Every time a decision is to be made on the modification with one of the piece of marketing mix, it also requires the decisions to be taken in other areas of marketing. For example, a change in the promotion of a product, such as advertisement, could affect the price as it pushes the cost. This is why it is enormously imperative for the marketing divisions to meet with other branches to converse any probable complications and to make sure everybody's understanding of marketing mix is the same. The basic course on the 4 P's of marketing mix prepares you with foundation knowledge about how business, including marketing, largely works in real time. In this course, we will discuss some of the most critical elements related to the marketing mix. There are no prerequisites to take this course as it covers concepts from the scratch. Upon the completion of this course, you should be able to appreciate the interconnection between the 4 P's of marketing mix. Before we get started, I want to introduce you to Great Learning Academy, a free initiative by Great Learning, where you can access over 200 plus courses with 1000 plus hours of free content on trending high demand domains absolutely free. Register now to complete the course and get your free certificate of completion. Check out the link in the description of this video below. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new updates or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you are sharing this video with your friends and colleagues as well. Make sure to comment on the video any queries or suggestions and I will respond to your comments. Welcome to the session on 4 P's of marketing mix. My name is Pawan Kumar Chandrappa. What to be produced, for what price to be sold, where to be sold, and how to be sold are some of the most critical questions in marketing management, especially in business. Many business entities assume that they have practical answer for all these questions. Many a time we hear failure stories everywhere and we hear thousands of businesses are failing all over the world. This is because the answer they have for these questions are mostly wrong. When the business is failing to understand what to be produced, for what price to be sold, where to be sold, and how to be sold, they get stuck and they try to understand what is actually going wrong. The 4 P's of marketing mix helps them understand what is to be produced, for what price to be sold, where to be sold, and how to be sold. In this session, we're going to understand some of the most important topics in marketing management. Especially, we're going to understand the concept of marketing mix. What is marketing mix, why it is important, and how marketing mix changes the fate of business overnight. We will also understand the building blocks of product mix. So what is product and what forms part of product? What are the features of product and what is the levels at which we discuss the product? We will also understand the importance of price in marketing. Often we call the price is the double-edged sword in marketing management. Why price is so important, why it is so critical in business, and why business entities fail to price their products and services appropriately. We will try to understand that as well. We will also understand the role of place in marketing mix. Place is also called as the distribution, right? The place where the products are manufactured and where they are sold. We will also understand the importance of promotion, how the products and services are promoted and how they need to be promoted, what brings client base for a business. So let's understand each one of this in detail. Let us begin with the concept of marketing mix. Okay, what is marketing mix? Marketing mix is one of the most important topic in business, and this is the core of business. I think without a discussion on marketing mix, the discussion on the marketing management itself will be incomplete. And when we say marketing mix, it is designed from seller's point of view. Okay, so this is most important. This is seller's point of view, not the customer's point of view. We talk about marketing mix from seller's point of view, or the manufacturer's point of view, or the entrepreneur's point of view. Okay, and marketing mix is considered as the pillar for marketing strategies, for any marketing strategies. When a marketer designs the marketing strategy, and it is important for him to understand the marketing mix, the elements of marketing mix before he design his marketing strategy, because his marketing strategy is going to decide the success factor. His marketing strategy is going to decide the rate of success, and the marketing strategy will have direct impact on the survival of the business. And that is the reason a marketer must understand the marketing mix before he design his marketing strategies. The term marketing mix was first coined by Neil Borden in 1949, but the topic was popularized by E. Jerome McCarthy. It was in 1960s. Though Neil Borden given this term marketing mix, he has not given the 4 P's of marketing, and he has not established the elements of marketing mix. He has spoken about the marketing concept, marketing mix, but he left it like that. But Jerome McCarthy completed the marketing mix by introducing the 4 P's of marketing mix. So what are those 4 P's? It is product, okay, price, place, and promotion. We actually talk about 7 P's. When it comes to the service marketing, we discuss 7 P's. That means 3 more P's will be added to this discussion, the marketing mix. But here, since we are talking about the product, we focus only on the 4 P's of marketing mix. Okay, so let's understand, before we understand this elements of marketing mix, let us first understand the typical meaning of marketing mix. What is the meaning of marketing mix? Marketing mix refers to a set of arrangements or strategies that a business uses to promote its products and services in the market. Remember, when we say products and services, service is also a product. That's why we mostly call product and we continue. Okay, so service is also a product. That's the reason this is, we just discuss about product and we continue. So the marketing mix, right? So marketing mix is just an arrangement of, elements that is required to promote the products and services in the market. It is not just promoting the product, it is about producing the product also. So producing and promoting and selling the product in the market. Because when we say the product is sold in the market, for example, okay, so this is the point of production, okay? This is the point of production. And this has to go all the way to reach the consumer. Okay, the consumer or your clients. So this stage, right? So this particular stage is very critical, because if the product is not promoted, if the product is not distributed, the product will remains at the godown, or the product will remains at the manufacturing hub, and it will not reach the consumer. And that's where the marketing mix is so important, because that enables the product to reach consumers from the point of production to the point of consumption. Marketing mix is a group of marketing tools that business customs to sell products or services to fulfill the needs of the target consumers. Okay, so the target customers. Remember, there's a lot of difference between the customer and consumer. Okay, customer and consumer. Looks very similar, but there is a difference between the customer and consumer. Let's understand what is the difference between the consumer and customer. Let me take an example to explain who is consumer and who is the customer. Let's assume that you are planning to buy a Redmi phone. Okay, you want to buy a Redmi phone. Okay, you will go to a showroom. Okay, you will request the shopkeeper to give a Redmi phone. Okay, let's assume the shopkeeper says that I don't have a Redmi phone, I have Samsung. Okay, if you are a client for a Redmi, okay, you will not proceed to buy Samsung phone because you wanted a Redmi phone and it is not available with him, so you will go back to home. You will not buy that. If you buy that particular phone, let's say you wanted to buy a Redmi and Redmi is available, you are buying. If the Redmi is not available, you are returning to home. That means then you are customer to Redmi. Okay, you are a customer to Redmi. Let us suppose the shopkeeper offers you Samsung, a new model of Samsung is available. If you buy Samsung, you wanted to buy Redmi, but Redmi is not available. The shopkeeper offering Samsung and is ready to give a discount. If you buy Samsung, then you are consumer of Redmi because you are okay with either options, right? You are ready to buy Samsung or Redmi. Either product is fine with you. In that case, you are a consumer. If you really wanted to buy Redmi and you are ready to buy only if Redmi is available, then you are the customer of Redmi. So that is the difference. Now, marketing mix brings a series of benefits to the customers, to the business. Okay, so since we told that the marketing mix we are going to discuss from seller's point of view, so we'll be thinking about the businessman or the business. 4Ps brings a series of benefits to the business. For example, higher sales, maximum revenue, brand building, and positioning, right? Positioning in the market. So there are several benefits from marketing mix, but it's very easy to list the benefits of marketing mix, and it's very easy to list the 4Ps of marketing mix. Okay, but when it comes to the implementation, this is very, very complicated. Okay, very complicated. This complicates the whole process. Okay, so that's the reason we hear the failure stories everywhere. And if lakhs and lakhs of business firms are starting their operations, only few hundreds or thousand businesses are able to succeed in the business, and the rest of the businesses are vanishing from the market. And that shows how critical, how complicated it is to start a business, understand the practical need in the market, and enable clients, create value for the clients, and create wealth. So that is the reason business is becoming complicated. Let's understand the 4Ps of marketing mix one by one. Let's begin with product. Okay, product is also called as product assortment. This is the core of marketing mix. Okay, without product, the marketing mix is incomplete. Without marketing mix, discussion on marketing mix, the discussion on marketing management is incomplete. Okay, the product is one of the most important element in marketing mix, without which rest everything seems invalid. And also, for example, if product is not there, what to be priced, right? What to be sold at which place, and what to be promoted, And that is the core of the whole marketing activity. Clients are coming to you because there is a product or service. Clients are coming to you because the product is going to satisfy their needs, the psychological or the physiological needs of the consumer or customers. So that is the reason the product is the core of the whole activity in business, and around which rest everything revolves. Now, let's understand the meaning of product. What is product? Product can be anything. Okay, it may be tangible or intangible. It may be anything that is offered to the customers. It should have monetary value. Okay, monetary value, that is most important. The product should have monetary value, or you can also say this should have economic value. Okay, economic value. And necessarily the product should be in a condition to satisfy the needs of consumers or the customers. That is most important. The product should have monetary value that should fulfill the needs of the consumer, whether it is a physiological, psychological needs or physiological needs. And it is a bundle of utilities. It's a bundle of utilities. It is a bundle of benefits, the perceived benefits. Okay, that is most important. Perceived benefits. Perceived benefits. Consumers, the customers, assume that the product will fulfill their needs and their requirements. When the product is able to create the demand, okay, that is most important, demand. The product should be in a condition to create the demand. To understand this particular term, how the product creates demand in the market, okay, we may have to go back to the basics of economics, the fundamental principle of economics, right? What is the fundamental principle of economics? Human wants are unlimited, but the limited resources are limited. How we, mean individuals, fulfill our unlimited needs, unlimited desires using the limited resources. This is all about the economics, right? So we may have to go back to that level to understand how the demand is created. Okay, first the demand, before we understand demand, let us understand how there is the need for a product creates. Initially it will be a desire. Okay, first it will be a desire, and then it will become a need, and then it will become an ability, and then it will become a demand. Let me take an example how we arrive to this particular stage. Okay, desire. Let's assume that I need to go to office. It is 50 kilometers far from my house. $50 kilometers. Now, what I need transportation facility, my own transportation facility. If I want to have my own transportation facility, let's assume that I want to buy a bike which will take care of my transport requirements, needs, right? Because I have to travel 50 kilometers every morning and 50 kilometers every evening. Let's assume I want to buy a bike. If I want to buy a bike, that is called the desire. Okay, that is desire. I have a desire to buy a bike. Now the question comes, I have a desire, fine. Is there a need to buy this bike? Can I rely on any other mode of transport? Let's assume there is no other transport options available. The bus is not available to my office location. That means I have desire, there is a need to buy a bike because there is no transportation facility available to my office location. Now, there is a desire, there is a need for me to buy a bike. Now, the question comes, do I have an ability to buy a bike? Ability, when I say ability, it may be financial, ability, and also physical ability to ride my bike. Physical ability to ride my bike. Let us assume I have both. I have financial ability to buy a bike. Let's say I have 1 lakh to buy a particular bike, and I have physical ability to ride my bike. Now, if desire is there is a need for the product and there is an ability to buy the product. That's when it will become the demand. And this is what is important for any product or service. If there is a demand, the product and services will be available in the market. If there is no demand, there will be no product or service available in the market. And this is the concept emphasized by Philip Kotler. Now, let's understand the different types of product that we generally see in the market. The products can be broadly classified into 2 categories: tangible product and intangible product. So tangible is something which we can see and touch. We can see and touch. This is physical in nature. This is physically available. Okay. For example, you can take laptop, you can take pen, table, you can take any item which you can see and touch. That is tangible product. What is intangible product? Intangible product is something which we cannot see and touch. We can only experience it. For example, MS Office package that works in your system, or it may be currency in your phone, right? Which we cannot see and touch. We can just experience it. Data package. So this is intangible product. That's why we call this services, which we cannot see and touch. We can only experience. So tangible products we can see and touch because they're physically available, that fulfills the physiological needs of a human being. Okay, so that is most important. Physiological needs are fulfilled by the product, and service fulfills the psychological needs. Okay. Both are important. So physiological needs are important and psychological needs are also important. So both are fulfilled by the product and services. Now, it is very important to understand the need for a product may be different from individual to individual and from organization to organization. For example, let's say for a kid, okay? For a kid, mobile is required for what? Maybe to watch games, play games, listen to kindergarten songs, rhymes, right? For that reason. If you give the same mobile to an adult, okay, so he may use it for playing games, for watching movies, or to listen to music, or for any learning activities, right? Learning activities, or it may be this may be for professional reasons, right? Working, office work, work related. Okay, so that's the reason the need for a product will be different from individual to individual and the organization to organization. If the same phone is given to an organization, they would use it for the professional requirements, maybe to take care of office daily needs and requirements for communication purpose. And that every marketer, every business should understand the need for a product will be different from individual to individual and organization to organization. This is very important during the manufacturing stages, because business needs to understand what is the need for a product, because until and unless there is a need for a product, there is no need for manufacturing any product or services or deliver any services. So business need to understand what is the need for a product and who is using our product for which requirement. So that is very important. Now, let us understand the different levels of a product. So when we say a product, so what are the different levels, that layers that are available in a product? Why we pay money for a product? Okay. Here, there are 5 important levels for a product, important layers. I call it layers. Layers. Okay. What is layer? The first layer is core product. Next layer, basic product. Next layer, expected product, and then augmented product and the potential product. Core product is something which is default, which is need. Okay, without core product, the product does not exist at all, which is required, that fulfills the physiological and psychological need of the consumer or the customer. The core product is important. Next is the basic product. So basic product, this layer will come after core product, because once the core product is existing, the basic product will come to the picture. Once the basic product is available, next is expected product, augmented product, and potential product. Okay, so let me take an example so that I can explain this better. Core product. What is core product? Let's say we're talking about a car. We're talking about car. So in a car, what is the core product? Core product is transportation. Why we need car? Because we need to move from one place to another. That is the reason we need core product. In a car, what is core product? That is transportation. What is the basic product in a car? That is 4 wheels, engines, steering, brake. Okay, this is necessary for a car to function properly. That is the basic product. What is expected product? Expected product, for example, in a car, comfort, nice seating, all those things, comfort, the speed of the car and all those things are expected products. These products are expected. Remember, without expected product, a product may exist. Okay, but without a core product, a product may not exist. Okay, so comfort and speed are expected products. What is augmented product? Augmented products, what is expected more than the comfort and speed? For example, intelligence in the car, or it may be connectivity, Bluetooth connectivity, charging points, all these things. Now, the last layer in the product is a potential product. What is potential product? It is voice recognition or face recognition. So these are the potential features that everyone is expecting, and the trend is changing. The market is expecting in the market. Yeah, the market is expecting from the manufacturers. So these are the different levels, the different layers of any product that is available in the market. Let us take another example to understand the different levels of product. Hotel. In a hotel, what is the core product? Space for stay and rest. Even if it is empty space, even if a hotel is empty, that is fine. That is a core product. Basic product. What is a basic product? The bed, bed sheets, ambience, and all those things. What is expected product in a hotel? Cleanliness, hygienic, the towel, the cloths, the towels, the beds, bed sheets, all those things. Okay. So basic product is bed and bed sheet, and the expected product is cleanliness and towels, which is expected from hotel. What is augmented product? Augmented product, for example, the customized room services. It may be travel guide who is willing to assist the tourist if the tourist is new to the city. For a hotel, what is the potential product? Potential product may be healthcare, entertainment, fun. If all those elements are added, that is called the potential product. So these are the different layers for any product you take. For example, any product, whether it is a car, or whether it is a laptop, whether it is electronic item, whether it is any other automobile items, anything that you consider under the bracket of products is having all these layers in product, right? So core product, basic product, expected product, augmented product, and potential product. Now, let us understand the different elements of a product mix. So what are the elements of product mix? So when we discuss about the product, it is important to understand the width. Okay. So the width, okay, the length, depth, and consistency. Okay. So when we say the product, price, place, and distribution, promotion and distribution are the pillars of marketing mix. Similarly, when we talk about the product mix, these are the pillars for a product. There will be width in the product, there will be length in the product, there will be depth in the product, and there will be consistency in the product. Let us understand what is width. Width is nothing but this is the total number of products available in a particular product line. I mean the total number of categories available for a company. Let's say company is offering products in multiple segments, maybe in manufacturing, automobiles, electronics, FMCG, and all those things. So those are the product lines under which the offerings are available, the products are available in the market. Remember, when we say the product line, each line, the characteristics of products in each line will be more or less similar. They'll carry similar traits, similar features, similar categories. Let's take an example of Hindustan Unilever Limited. Okay, so they have offerings in 4 different categories: food and refreshment, home care, beauty and personal care, life essentials. Each one of this is a line. Okay, this is one line. Okay, so this is another line, and this is another line, and this is another line. Okay, so 4 different lines or 4 different categories. This is called width. The company has products in different segments, different divisions. So food and refreshment, home care, beauty and personal care, and life essentials. Similarly, Tata, they have offerings in 4 different categories: industrial goods, automobiles, food products, and telecom products. Again, LG, They have offerings under 4 categories again: home appliances, mobile phones, computer products, and entertainment. So these are called the product width, the product categories, and the product lines. Now, it is very important to understand not every business will have width in their products, because some companies, let's say a startup, it is just started with one product. Okay, so they'll continue for 1 year. Okay, in this duration, there is no width in the product, there is no width in the category, right? So there is no categories. They started with one particular product, the product is successful, they're running their show successfully, and it is 1 year, they have only one product. In this case, product width is not available. Again, the startups will not have, and the small companies will generally will not have product categories or product lines. Now, let us understand the length of product. What is the length of the product? Length is nothing but how many products a company has in all the categories. In each category, how many products are there? Let's say a company has 4 different categories, different lines of products, and in each line they have 5 products. So there are total of 20 products. That is the length of the product. That is the length of the products in the company. In this case, if you see HUL example, as on 29th November 2020, they had 4 categories of products offerings. They had 63 products. 63 products in different categories. Okay, home care, food and refreshment, beauty, and life essential. Remember, companies keep changing their product lines. They keep changing their product length and width based on the market demand. Market demand. Okay, so not necessarily the companies should stick to a particular product for a long time. So they may keep changing their offerings based on the market research. Now, depth. What is the depth? Depth is nothing but the total number of variants available in one product offering. Okay, and we can understand the depth of product by visiting the official website of the company, because they keep changing their product offerings, their varieties, the variants, everything. So the depth of the product keeps changing because the companies keep changing the product offerings in the market. Let me take an example, simple example to explain why depth keep changing. Let's take an example of automobile industry. Ford is a automobiles manufacturing company operating in India. They're doing good. They have offerings in different categories. 1, Ford Figo, Ford Aspire, Ford Freestyle, they have Ford EcoSport, and they also have Ford Endeavour. They have 5 categories of products available in the market: Ford Figo, Ford Aspire, Ford Freestyle, Ford EcoSport, and Ford Endeavour. Now, again, in Ford Figo, let's take Ford Freestyle. In Ford Freestyle, they have two variants. What is first one? Petrol. The other one is diesel. Okay, diesel variant. Now, again in petrol, they have different cc of engine, right? So they have again they have different colors. Okay, so they have different colors, different color variants. They have total of eight, more than eight colors. They have eight colors in the market. So why we are actually going to this particular levels is this is showing the depth of the product. Okay, you understand? There are 5 different categories of products they are offering. In each category, they have petrol and diesel. In petrol itself, they have different colors, eight plus colors. So in 8 colors they are offering, and again they have different models. Okay, in Ford Freestyle they have, in diesel engine they have different models. Okay, one is Ambiente. They have Trend. These are the models. This the Trend. They have Titanium. They have Titanium Plus. Okay, so these are the models they have. Again, in each model they have 8 colors, 8 plus colors. Okay, 8 plus colors. So this is called the depth of a product. So the product depth, they have different models, they have different versions, they have different colors. So this is how they are offering in the market. Why they are doing all these things? Because they want to cater the different categories of their clients. They want to cater the different categories of customers in different age groups, different income levels, different lifestyles, different tastes and preferences. So they want to focus on multiple client base, multiple client categories. So that is the reason they are offering products in different variants, different varieties. Let us go to another example, which is a quite simple example. Procter and Gamble. The Procter and Gamble, they have personal care. They have offerings in personal care, oral care, hair care, home care, fabric care, skin care, and baby care. Now, in personal health care itself, they have different products. Okay, so they have Vicks inhaler, Vicks Action 500 Advanced, Vicks Action 500, Vicks cough drops, and they have Vicks baby rubs. So these are the varieties. Okay, these are the varieties they have in their products. This is called the depth. Now, the fourth element in product mix is the consistency. So consistency means how the products and services, the offerings of a company are related to each other. Let's say there is a food manufacturing company. Most of their offerings, let's say they have 100 products in food, 100 different varieties of food products they are manufacturing. If you compare the products, all are comparable and all are food products. There is no doubt about that, and they manufacturing only the food varieties. So in that case, the product is more consistent and the channels of distribution are more stronger. You can take dairy example. For example, dairy, maybe you can say take Nandini example. If you see Nandini products, they're mostly into food products, they're into dairy products. And if you see General Electric, GE, General Electric, so they're into electronic manufacturing. So most of their products are consistent in nature. They're not into the food manufacturing. They're not into fast moving products. They're into electronic manufacturing and other areas. So their relevance is in electronics and they're consistent. They're more consistent in electronic manufacturing. Now, let us move on to understand the strategies to improve business by changing the product. Okay, not by any other strategy, only by changing the product mix. How a business can improve the sales, the revenue, by changing the elements of product mix. Adding new products to the product lines, because companies keep adding new products to the product lines, because the tastes and preferences of consumers will keep changing in the market. So no company will keep the same product and service for a long time. They keep changing, they keep adding, they keep removing products from the bucket of offerings. And sometimes they conduct a deep research to understand, deep market research, okay? Deep market research to understand what is expected in the market, why the sales for a product is declining, or why the market is demanding more and more products of yours, and why the market is sensitive or insensitive towards the product. So they continue to research the market, they conduct surveys, they conduct market research to understand the market standing, the standing of a product in the market. They keep changing the variants, they keep changing the color combinations, they keep changing the product offerings, the designs, the taste, the specifications of the product. They keep changing this completely based on the market research. And if, let us suppose, if you see a product is disappeared from the market overnight, so you have to understand the product is no more demanded in the market, or the demand for the product has been declined in the market, or the product is failed to generate sufficient revenue for the business to survive. So that is the reason the product is disappearing. And if the product quality is changed, if the product specifications are changed, what you need to understand, the product requires some changes. The market is expecting changes in the market. The consumers are looking for some changes in the product. So that is the reason the company is changing the varieties, the specifications, and the quality, the quantity, the design, the price of the product. So that we need to understand. Customization and standardization. Customization means unifying, standardizing, customizing and standardizing, which we will discuss in some time. Customization is a process of designing a product according to the needs of the consumers. It is not that something is designed and offered in the market, which is standardization of the product, because the market is expecting the customized product. People want customization in the product that has to be customized to the individual needs, the precise needs of an individual. What is standardization of the product? Standardization in the sense we are offering something which is commonly expected in the market. There is no change. The same product will fulfill the needs of multiple categories of customers. There is no customization, there is no alteration, tailoring is not required. Okay, so that is called a standardization. We are going to discuss this in detail. Strengthening the product consistency. So when the product is consistent in the market, when the product offerings are consistent, it is more demanded and the product can position in the market. So the brand building is possible if the consistency is ensured. This is most important. The product mix can be changed, can be altered, can be enhanced only in the long run. In the short run, it is not possible. In the short run, companies will have limited options to alter the product, expand the product, or to change the specifications of the product. Only in the long run, when the company understand, when the business understand the needs of the customers are altering, the needs of the customers are changing, they alter the product mix. And that is happening only in the long run, not in the short run. Now, let us understand this important topic, the product standardization and customization. Why we hear this term frequently, why this is a buzzword nowadays, the customizing the product, standardization of the product. Product standardization means this is the process, okay? This is the process through which the business attempts to maintain uniformity in the offerings being manufactured and the services being offered. That means the best example is chain of restaurants. The products are standardized. You can take any example, any common example. It may be CCD. You can take CCD, right? CCD, Cafe Coffee Day. You can take McD, McDonald's, Domino's, Three Waves, Coffee Shop. An example. Okay, so these are the chain of restaurants, and they are the global players. Okay, they are available in multiple countries. Global. Okay, so the chain of restaurants, they have offerings in standardized format. Why they do standardization of their offerings? Because that's how they become brands. Domino's is known for the fast food because they have custom standardized their products. They have not offered the product to the requirements of every single individual. They have standardized their product, and that standardized product is liked by a particular category of customers, and that's how they become brands. Same holds true with Cafe Coffee Day, McDonald's, and Three Waves Coffee Shop. They have standardized their offerings. They have not altered the products to the requirements of consumers. Though they wanted to understand the needs of the customers, they have standardized the products at certain levels, so that is liked, and that's how they become the brands. Generally, the nuts and bolts manufacturers, the piston manufacturers, the fast food manufacturers will have their products standardized because the standardization will bring them a series of benefits, and including brand building. The best example, fast food manufacturers. Okay, so they are the best examples. Now, product customization. Okay, the product customization. Why the products are customized today? The people from every age group, whether it is a kid or adult or it is senior citizens or anybody, everyone is looking for the customized products. They're looking for the customized products because they want to consume it without even modifying altering the product. Because today customization is a keyword which used by every manufacturer, and that is becoming a success formula for many industries. For example, for gift industry, fashion industry, right, lifestyle industry, without the customization, the business is very difficult. Okay, so the best example, cake. We can take cake manufacturers. Okay, cake for birthday. Okay, cake is sold only when it is customized, because we want to write first year birthday, second year birthday, 30th year birthday, 35 years birthday, 50 years birthday, right? So we have to customize. We want to customize our birthday. We want to change the flavor of the cake. We want to change the color of the cake. We want to change the design of the cake. And we want to write the number of years completed, number of years of anniversary. So cakes are customized. Birthday, any other occasion, the cakes are customized. So if the cake is not customized to the needs of the consumers, this business will become difficult, because people want customization, not the standardized one. Because nobody wants to cut the cake which is having a standard 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, or 50 years of naming or the mention, right? Everyone wants to cut the cake with the exact age, with their exact age and their exact anniversaries. So that is the reason the product customization is important. Some of the best industries, the products which mostly requires the product customization, it is clothes. As I said, it is cake, keychains, bags, labels, jewelries, gifts, stationaries, or FMCG products. So these are the best examples for the customized products. So now we have understood the difference between the product customization and the standardization. And we have seen the customization, why customization of product is required and why the products are standardized. Now, let us quickly understand the benefits of product standardization. So, what are the benefits to the business and what are the benefits to the consumers? By standardizing the product, the company can save on the cost, the manufacturing cost, and it can increase the quality, the increased production. The production systems can be streamlined, decrease a raw material cost, standardizing the basic components, widening the global sales. These are the advantages of standardization of the product. And one thing which is very important is economies of scale. Okay, so economies of scale, higher the volume of output, better the margins, better the output, better the margins. That's called economies of scale. Economies of scale. So higher the output, better the margins. So that is possible. And what are the benefits to the consumers? So what consumers are going to gain? So they can gain the exact product that is available. If the product is standardized, the exact product will be available. They need not search for their product here and there. The product is readily available. So it will give high quality products because the products are standardized. The manufacturing systems are efficient. The quality is assured. So they'll have the better living standards. These are the benefits of product standardization. Now, by the customization of a product, so what are the benefits of customization of the product? So how this will help the business and the consumers? The product customization helps companies to stand out of the pack. Okay, so the business can differentiate the offering in the market because there are hundreds of competitors who are competing for the market share. And when the product is customized, the consumer segment will understand your product because your product is customized exactly to the needs of the consumers. When the competitors are not able to do that, if you are able to do that, then you will stand out of the pack. I mean, the business will stand out of the pack and they'll identify themselves in the market. Customization is needed in the market because the market is demanding for customized products and the customized products are selling like hotcake in the market. So every company is focusing on the customization of the product, including the fast food, the chain of restaurants like McDonald's, Domino's, Cafe Coffee Day. Though they have standardized offering, they have customized many of their offerings to certain levels. Though they're not able to customize products to every single individual completely, they are able to customize the products to the various categories of clients. Brand building is possible by customization. When the products are customized, the brand building will be possible because people will understand, people will remember, like, yeah, this particular company customized products to my own requirements. Improve the sales. Personalized experiences are possible in customized offerings. Customers need not pay for what they don't want to buy. For example, if a customer is looking for, let's say a person is looking for buying a car, what is his main requirement? Transportation. He's not looking for any fancy requirement. He is not looking for luxury. He is looking for the transport. So he can buy according to his own requirement. He need not pay for the luxury. He need not pay for the brand. When the product is customized, he can exactly pay that amount and he can buy that particular product. Since he's not going to use many of the features in that luxury car, he need not buy that. So he's not going to use video option. He's not going to use face detection. He's not going to use any, cooling. He's not going to use any advanced level features. So he's just going to use car for transport reasons. So he can buy the product according to his requirement. Competition this is very easy to face the competition because the products are customized to the needs of the consumers. The company need not go and convince every consumer because the product itself is convincing. The product is easy to consume. There is no requirement for customization, further customization. It is ready to use, ready to consume format. So directly the consumer can go ahead and we can use this product. So the product itself will promote itself, and the product is easily sold in the market because it is matching with the requirements of the consumers. Customer retention is possible by customization because customers will be retained. The customers will stay back with the company for a long time, and customized products will attract the new generation, the millennials. So they'll be attracted because the products are completely customized, substantially customized, and they like it, they enjoy it. So that is the benefit of customization. Now let us understand what are the disadvantages of customization. Why customization often brings certain problems to the business. It's costly because when the product is customized to every single individual, so the company may have to spend extra money, resources, time to produce a customized product. This will also have impact on the manufacturing efficiency. When the product is customized, the company may have to work on every single product, and that will consume a lot of production efficiencies. Managing the expectations of the consumers will become difficult because the change, the taste and preferences of the consumer will keep changing because the market is changing, the media and communication systems are changing. The people are looking for the change in the product. When the changes are required in the product, when there is a change in the lifestyle of the product, the company may have to run behind individuals to understand what is the change every second, which is practically impossible for a company to change the product very frequently. So because that will add to the cost, that will trouble the manufacturing capacities. It will be tough to manage the inventory because when the inventory is often this has to be cleared when the consumers are expecting. When the products are continuously changed, the inventory will be having a different varieties, different designs, different specifications, and sometimes a specific size of a cloth may be sold. A specific size of a cloth may not be sold. Okay, so let's say in a shirt, okay, so 38 or 40 or 42 or 44 may be sold. What if there are people who are actually looking for 46 size shirts, okay, so or double x size shirts they're looking for. It is not possible to produce those goods because only few people are looking for such products, and those few people will not become a client base. Okay, so in that case, the company will choose to manufacture 38, 40, 42 or 44 and try to capture the market. And if they produce 46 or whatever the size, which is uncommon in the market, which is very difficult for the company to sell those products and make money, and also the company will not be able to grab a huge market share in that area. That will simply add to the cost. Another problem with the customization is difficult to plan the demand because we don't know what is the demand. Every moment the demand is changing, the level of demand, the taste and preferences are changing. We cannot understand if the market is keep changing every moment. Also, wait time would be longer than usual. When the products are demanded for customization, the company may have to spend extra time to customize the product because the readily available product is not suitable for individual customers. This again requires the specialization, specialized skills, and the complexity. This will add to the complexity, and substantial investment will be required in market study because substantial amount has to be spent on the market research. Okay, so market research has to happen, right? So market survey has to happen. So that is the problem. What are the disadvantages to the business? Market research has to happen. Failure to adopt. The business may not be able to adapt to the requirement. The business may not be able to adjust to the changing needs of the consumers, right? The limited choice for consumers. When the products are customized, the choices will be limited for them, because companies assuming that this is the market expectation, and when the market expectation, the company's understanding on the market expectation is wrong, the choices available to the consumers will be limited. Limited alternatives, right? So this is the problem. We cannot change, the business cannot change to the requirements. Cultural differences will be a problem. Customizing the product to the people of different culture will be difficult and multifaceted, because companies cannot understand the complete depth of the cultural changes. The preferences are changing. The needs of the companies, the needs of the clients are changing, which is very difficult to understand often. So that is all about the product mix. So far, we have discussed about product mix, different levels of product mix, and the elements of product. We have understood marketing mix is a group of marketing tools that a business customs to sell products or services to fulfill the needs of its customers. Product is a bundle of utilities which will have economic value, which satisfies the physical and physiological needs of a consumer or an individual. The levels of product, we have seen the core product, basic product, expected product, augmented product, and potential product. And we have understood the elements of product mix, that is width, length, depth, and consistency. So having understood what is product and what are the elements of product, now let us move on to understand the important element in marketing mix, that is price. So price in marketing mix. So this is the second most important element in marketing mix, and price is often considered as most critical element in marketing mix, because this has an ability to impact on the business. So the what price a business wants to fix for a particular product will decide the success or failure of the business. So that is the reason we call this as a double-edged sword, which we will discuss in some time. Let us first understand, so what are the elements of price? So why price is so important? The price is something that is the presumed value of a product decided by the producer. Okay, the producer decides, they presume or they assume that the price of a particular product. Let's say the producer assume that the price of a particular product is 100. He assumed that this particular product has a value of 100, and at the same time the customer assumes that yes, I can pay 100 rupee 100 to this particular product. So that is called the presumed value of a product. So the price is a presumed value of a product decided by the producer. It can be an economic value of a product or service, generally expressed in terms of money. So most of the products and services are measured in terms of currencies, whether it is Indian rupee or United States dollar, or it is a euro, or it is a yen, or whatever, but it is generally measured in terms of dollars or the rupees. I mean the monetary terms. Now, why product is important? Why price is to be paid so much of importance? Why price is so critical for a business? Generally, pricing is one of the most critical decisions to be taken by the business owners, because though pricing looks easy, the decision taken on pricing a product will have far-reaching impact on the business, because the price that brings a revenue to the business, the first thing. Okay, so this brings revenue to the business, and that's the reason we call it the fuel for the business. So revenue, the price brings revenue to the business, which is very important to take care of the business operations. And the revenue generated by the business decides the profit or loss for a business. And this is very complicated because there are so many elements embedded in it. For example, the manufacturer has to see the cost of production, he has to see the cost of promotion, he has to see all other expenses, and you need to understand the margin to be fixed for the product, the price. So he has to add margin to the product, right? So he has to add the cost of product. So let's say the cost is 100. Okay. And you need to add his margin. Okay. So that will become 110. Though the cost of this particular product is 100, you need to add his margin, and that will become 110. Like this, the manufacturer has to take various elements into consideration. First of all, you need to see the cost, and then you need to see the margin, and you also need to see various elements like the competitor, what competitor is pricing, and what the features, what specifications are available in the product, and what price is quoted in the market for the same specifications or the designs in the market. So that is the reason we say the price is a very complicated element in the business. Now, let us understand what are the objectives of a business, objectives of pricing. So why pricing is important? Survival, because the business has to survive. The price quoted for a product should be able to take care of the initial cost or the basic cost incurred for producing a product or service. So survival is the basic necessity. Okay, the survival is more important than making profit, rather making margin. So survival has to happen, then the margins will be taken care. Recovery of cost. So whatever the money spent for producing a product, that has to be taken care. So recovery of the cost, and then the profit has to be taken care, right? The cost, the survival is taken care, the recovery of cost, then the business has to take care of the profit, because that is the reason the business is, existing. And no business on the planet Earth is running for charity, and every business is for profit until and unless it is a not for profit or non-profit organization. So for profit, they have to understand what proportion should be earned as a profit and what is the profit to be expected from the pricing. Market share, earning market share is another objective of pricing, because it is not just about the survival, or it is not just about recovery of cost or making profit. It is also about capturing the market share. Because let us say this is a fast moving consumer goods segment, FMCG. Okay. In FMCG, there is an intense competition in FMCG sector. Okay. Let us say there are 10 companies competing for the market share. So every company should price in such a way that they should be able to capture the market share. So that is most important in today's business. So those who are able to acquire the top position, the rank 1, 2, 3, 4 are the people who are going to survive, and the rest of the people will continue to struggle because the competition is very intense in the market. Positioning. This is another objective of pricing, because when the company is pricing a particular product, they need to understand where they want to position the product, whether they want to, popularize the product as a cheap product, which is available for cheap prices, good quality, or the company wants to price the product at higher prices, or costly, right? So higher prices with the similar quality, good quality, or the company wants to sell at cheaper prices, but inferior goods. The business may be targeting a lower segment of society, those who have minimum per capita income. They may be targeting those people. They want to charge lower prices. At the same time, the product quality is also inferior, it is not superior. So that the business has to understand whom the business is trying to cater. So that is most important. Entering new market segments. Sometimes business wants to enter the new marketplace where they cannot put their own price. They need to understand what price is given in the market, what price is offered. So they need to understand that part and they have to price. So that is another important reason why the pricing is important. Handling competition is another reason why pricing is important, because it is not about the product. It is not just about the margin. It is also about the competition. Because if the product is available for lower prices, the business may suffer margins. For example, people will go for the products which are available for lower prices at the similar quantity, similar quality. People prefer to go for lower prices because that's how human tendency works, right? So if the same quality, quantity, design, specification is available at lower prices, people tend to go for the lower priced goods and services rather going to the higher prices, considering the exceptions. Now, let us understand, as I mentioned, price is a double-edged sword. Okay, so double-edged sword. An interesting term, but we use it to explain the pricing strategy of any firm. Price is basically charged is to recover the cost, to survive, to make profit, to face the competition, to position, all that is fine. But when the price is not adequate, okay, so price needs to be adequate. Let's assume that the price is higher. What will happen? What if a company charge higher prices for the products? And what if the company charges lower prices to a particular product segment? That is the reason actually I'm calling the price is a double-edged sword. Both the way this will hurt and it will bring benefits to the organization. Let us assume the company is fixing higher prices for the offerings or to the goods and services. What will happen? Let us first understand the positive side of the story. If the price is higher side, what will happen? The company will be able to recover the cost quickly. Recover cost. Quick margins or profits. And to an extent, positioning is also possible by fixing higher prices. Company quickly recovers the initial cost, the cost of manufacturing. If they put higher prices, they quickly earn the margins, earn the profits. Next, what happens? They can position the price. They can position the business as higher priced products because there is a tendency, the consumers often assume that the costly products, the products with higher prices are expected to have superior quality. So that is the common assumption in the market. They assume if the product is priced higher, the quality of the product will be better. So that way the positioning may happen to a particular product. But at the same time, though these things are the benefits for the business, okay, there are some limitations. If these are the positive side of the story, okay, now let us see the negative side of the story. So what is the negative side of the story? The customers may shift to other companies, other products, okay, because the same product is available with the other competitor for the lower prices or similar prices, or with the better quality they're offering the similar products. So they may shift to the other companies. So the markets are efficient. People will have regular information about the products and services. If the market is offering the same product or service for lower prices with better quality, they will shift to the other product. If the product is lower quality and they are charging higher prices, immediately people will shift to the other products because they want to optimize their value. So that is the negative side of the story. Now, let us understand what if the business charge lower prices to the products and services. What are the benefits to the business? If the price is low, they earn consumers, they can increase the market share, easily available in the market. I mean, these products will be easily available to consumers at different income levels. Now, all this is fine. If the product is priced lower, this is easily accessible, available to the consumers. They can earn consumer segment, they can increase the market share, the lower prices will attract large number of customers, fine. But at the same time, there is a problem in charging lower prices for any product. Okay. What are those limitations of charging lower prices? They may not be able to recover initial cost. When we say initial cost, this is the cost of manufacturing. When they are not able to recover the initial cost or the cost of manufacturing, it will be very difficult for a business to survive, because for a business, survival is more important than making profits. If the business is able to take care of the operations in the difficult times, they should be in a condition to make profits when the conditions are better in the market. If the business is unable to take care of the operations in the worst conditions, the business will not be existing when the better conditions prevails in the market. So that is the reason the pricing strategy should be designed in such a way that the price should not be too high and it should not be too low, so that they understand the market, the pulse of the market, and price the products properly. So now let us understand the different types of pricing strategies that are commonly used in the market, in the business environment. There are various categories of pricing strategies that are frequently used by the business entities, but some of the most important strategies are discussed here. The cost plus profit. Okay, so this is the most commonly used the pricing strategy in the market. This is most commonly used because the cost is something which is very important for every business. So they have to recover the cost, and also they have to make margins. After all, every business is running for profit until and unless it is a not for profit making organization or non-profit organization. So cost and profit are two important elements. So that has to be covered in the pricing strategy. Let us assume that the cost of a particular product is 100 and the profit margin is 10. So the price of this particular product will be 110. So that is called cost plus profit pricing. The second important pricing strategy is value-based pricing strategy. When we say value is something that is presumed or assumed by the business and the consumer. Okay, this is presumed or assumed. When I say presumed or assumed, what it means? Entrepreneur will have his own parameters to fix a particular price for a particular product. So you understand the cost of manufacturing this particular product is this. And I'm going to add the margin. I'm going to add the competition. I'm going to look at the demand and supply conditions in the market. Okay. I assume there's a lot of demand for a product, but less supply. Okay. supply is less. So I'm going to price this particular product in such a way that the price is highly competitive in the market. So that is the reason we call value-based pricing. This is the value assumed and presumed by the entrepreneur or the businessman. And at the same time, what is the value-based pricing? This is the price that the consumers are willing to pay. The consumers are willing to pay for this particular product. So that is called value-based pricing. The other pricing strategy is skimming price. Okay, skimming price. What is skimming price? Some business entities charge higher price in the initial stages, and in the later stages, they'll start reducing the price for a product. This generally happens with technology products. For example, when a phone is newly introduced in the market, this is charged higher price because the technology is new, the product is new in the market, and a few competitors are available. A few competitors are offering this particular price, this particular product with different set of features. So they charge higher prices. And that is how the technology-based products are charged in the market. When the technology is new, the companies prefer to go for skimming price. That means higher price in the initial stage, and lower prices in the later stages. Let's assume for 1 year, the companies are able to charge the higher price for the product because the technology is new, the product is new, the product has less alternatives in the market, and the product is highly demanded in the market. So in that conditions, they charge higher prices and they start reducing the price for the product in the later stages, because by the time the market start having alternatives in the market, that the alternative products will come to the market, the prices will go down because the alternatives are available with the same features for the same price or lesser prices. So when the business is not ready to reduce the prices, the business may lose the market share, they may lose the business. And that is the reason they reduce the prices for the products in the later stages. So that is called the skimming prices, the skimming price. Another category of pricing strategy is the dumping price. So dumping, so you must have heard dump. Dump in the sense, just bring a volume of products and dump it in the market, so that when the products are dumped in the market, the product will be available at lower prices. And when the product is produced in the volume, that will be giving opportunity for the manufacturer to sell the particular goods or services for the lesser prices. You need to remember this. India has certain restrictions. This is an incorrect trade practice which is not allowed in India. So companies are not allowed to produce in higher volume and dump it in the market and price lower prices and capture the market. So that is an anti-trade practice which is not allowed in Indian market. But however, in other countries like China, the dumping is common. This is commonly available. So this is frequently happens. So this law has been passed in India because the small manufacturers, the small suppliers, the small producers will be affected by dumping. If big company produce products and services in big volume and dump it in the market for lower prices, in that conditions, the dumping will affect the consumers. The dumping will affect the small manufacturers. So that is called dumping price. Psychological prices. So what is psychological prices? It is all about the human psychology. When the product is charged in thousands and in lakhs and in millions, that looks big for the customer. When the same price is reduced by few cents, let's say for example, instead of charging 1000, if the product is charged 999, and this looks more attractive than 1000, because 1000 looks big number, the big value. And when 1 cent is reduced, it is lesser than 1000 and it is not 1000. This is 999. This is called the psychological price. Okay. So this is called psychological price. This is generally done in the market. The reason is the human psychology is like that. If we see the lesser number, we feel like this is less. It is just 1 cent lesser than 1000, but still this makes lot of difference to the consumer's perception towards the product and services. And 999 looks cheaper compared to 1000. That is called the psychological pricing. Penetration pricing. Okay, so this is another type of pricing which is used in the market. In penetration pricing, what happens? When the business wants to enter the new marketplace, in the new market area, so they have to enter the market with a lesser prices. When the product is priced at a higher level, the product may not be sold in the new market. When the business wants to enter the new market, they need to reduce the price compared to the competitors. So the competitor's price and your price should not be the same. So if you reduce the price compared to your competitor, the consumers may show interest in your product, because the same product, the same specification, the same quality is available for lower prices. The consumers will shift from the existing producer, the existing product, to the new product which is recently entered the market. So that is called the penetration pricing. Another pricing strategy is the market price. The market price. The market price is the price that is accepted in the market. The product is available in the market and the consumers are ready to pay a particular price for that particular product. So that is accepted in the market. So this is driven by the market, and the market decides this particular price based on the demand and supply conditions, based on the features of the product, and based on the availability of the product. Now, the last category of pricing is the premium price. What is premium? Premium means this is higher price. Okay, so this is higher price. Sometimes the higher prices makes a big difference to the level of sales to the business. When the business is charging higher prices for a particular product, this helps company to build the brand, and when the brand is built, the people, the consumers will be ready to pay higher prices for a particular product. You can take an example of Cafe Coffee Day, or you can take Three Waves Coffee Shop, or you can take McDonald's or Domino's, or whatever the example. Since they are already the brands, they have already positioned in the market that Domino's is known for this, Pizza Hut is known for this, Cafe Coffee Day is known for this. People prefer to buy products and services irrespective of the prices. For example, if a coffee is costing you 10 rupees outside, a simple coffee, and if the same coffee is available in a Cafe Coffee Day, they may charge you 250 rupees, and still the consumers are okay to pay, because that is the brand and that gives a sense of satisfaction to the consumer. They don't bother about 250 rupees compared to 10 rupees, right? They're okay to pay 250 rupees because this is giving the prestige or the pride to the consumer. Okay, so prestige, the pride, right? The value. So they value that particular product for that particular price. So that is called premium prices. You can take an example of Mercedes, Audi, right? So you can take any costly cars that are sold, for higher prices in the market, but still there are buyers, there are takers, because people are willing to pay for the brand, because that is giving the identity. So these are the commonly used pricing strategies in the market. So now let us understand some of the factors that influence the pricing decisions of a business. So what are the factors that affect the pricing decision of any business? Generally, the factors affecting pricing decisions of a company can be broadly classified into two categories. internal factors and external factors. What are those internal factors that impacts the pricing decisions of a business? It may be the cost. Obviously, the business will consider cost as a basic parameter in the pricing decision. The cost will be the based on cost. They'll continue adding the margins, they continue adding the other parameters before they price a particular product. The cost is one factor. The branding is another factor. When the company wants to build the brand, they choose a particular pricing strategy. They choose a particular price for a product. When the branding is not a consideration, when the company just wants to make profit out of the product and they want to exit the market sooner, in that case, the branding will not be a consideration. The price, the cost, and margin will be the basic considerations. Number of alternatives available in the market is another factor which decides the pricing decisions, which will have impact on the pricing decisions. When the number of alternatives are more in the market, the company can choose to price a particular product at lower prices or higher prices. When the alternatives are more in the market, the business may choose to price a particular product at lower levels so that the market share can be captured. Margin expectation. When the company is having higher margin expectations, they fix higher prices. When the company is happy with the lower margins, 5, 10%, 20, 15% or 20%, they go for the pricing accordingly. The pricing policy of the company will have a significant impact on the prices of a particular product and services. For example, if the company wants to go for cost plus profit pricing policy, so the prices will be accordingly decided. If the price is based on the skimming strategy or the penetration strategy or the market-based strategy, they do the pricing accordingly. If the price is completely based on dumping or the premium pricing, so they do pricing accordingly. So the pricing policy will have significant impact on the pricing decisions of a company. The product cycle is another important factor which will have impact on the pricing decisions of a business. Let's say the product is perishable in nature. Let's say the product is the grocery or the vegetables. So the products are perishable in nature and the product cannot be kept for years and years before they being sold in the market. So in that cases, the company has to be very careful in choosing the pricing decisions, because if the products are priced at higher level, there is a chance of the products being not sold, and they may have to lose those products because they are perishable in nature. So the company need to be careful, the business need to be careful in such circumstances. The product features are also having bearing on the pricing decisions of a business. When the features are added to the product, that means the features are adding value to the product. That means the price will be charged accordingly based on the features and the design specifications and the quality and the quantity and other specifications. So precisely the features will add value to a particular product. Advertisement cost is another cost which is an internal factor, how much company spends on advertisement or promotion, which also have bearing on the pricing decisions of a business. Uniqueness of the product. When the product is unique in the market, for example, if a product is very unique and which is known for its uniqueness, in that case, the business can go for higher pricing because the product is unique in the market, which others are not selling. When the product is common in the market, there will be a chance that the price cannot be at higher side. The price has to be at average. The price has to be highly competitive in the market. Now, let us understand the external factors that will have bearing on the pricing decisions of the company. So what are those external factors? The external factors may be the demand and supply level. So the demand and supply. Let's say the demand, this is the basic economic principle. The demand is, higher, the supply is lesser. Okay, in that case, price will be higher because the demand for a particular product is higher, but the supply is not according to the requirement of the market. So there are only few sellers, but large number of buyers. In that case, the price will go up. On the other hand, if the demand for a particular product is lower and the supply is at higher, okay, in this case, the price will go down because the demand is lesser, because few people are demanding for a product, but there are large number of sellers who are selling the product in the market. So the price will automatically come down. So this is the basic principle of economics based on which the generally markets works. Not necessarily all the time, but this is the common tendency in which the market behaves. So when the demand is higher, the supply is lesser, the price will go upper. When the demand is lower, the supply is higher, the price will go down. So that has to be considered. That is an economic factor, that is an external factor which company will not be able to control. This is outside the control of the company. This will be decided by the market. So the demand and supply levels will be keep changing. Based on that, the prices will be decided. Economic conditions, if the economic conditions are favorable, the company can go ahead and they can charge the higher prices. And if the economic conditions are bad, and if the people have no money, people have less money in their hands, in that conditions, the companies cannot go ahead and charge higher prices. The government policies will have bearing on the pricing decisions of the company. The competitors who are selling this particular product, if they are selling at higher prices, the company, the business also need to go with the competitor's price. If the competitors are pricing lower prices, and if you as a business charging higher prices, the people may shift to your competitor because people prefer to go for cheaper products with good quality when it is available. Now, let us understand the third important element in marketing mix, that is a place, or this is also called as the distribution. Distribution is precisely a point of production and the point of consumption. When the product is produced, okay, when a product is produced, it will be in the godown of a factory. That product has to reach the consumer, the end user, so that the cycle completes. From the point of production to the point of consumption, the product has to move from one place to another place. One place is the point of production, the other place is the point of consumption. So that is very important, and that can be fulfilled by the distribution network that works between the point of production to the point of consumption. So let's understand, so what is the distribution network? Why distribution network is important? Any product which is produced at one point needs to be shipped to the point of consumption. Okay, so the point of production, the point of consumption. Okay, so these are two different points. These are two different points. The factory is somewhere, the consumer is in different location. Okay, someone has to bring this particular product to the point of consumption, because people will not go to the factory location to buy a particular product or service. The product has to be moved to the point of consumption because people prefer to consume that particular product only when it is available. It is easily available to the consumption at a particular location. So who completes this activity? Okay, from the point of production to the point of distribution, right? Someone has to bring this particular product. So this is called the distribution. This is called the distribution network. The people who are working to bring the product from the point of production to the point of consumption. And we need to understand another point. What we are discussing now is a traditional method, the traditional model in which the brick and mortar environment where the point of production and the point of consumption are different, and people will bring the product from the point of production to the consumption, and people will enjoy that, the client will enjoy that, and they pay price for the product they are actually buying. There is another environment in which we can buy products and services. Today, virtual platforms or e-commerce platforms are active in shipping the product from the point of production to the point of consumption directly without any need for the intermediaries. Okay, so that is another channel which we will understand in some time. So the distribution network which is working between the point of production to the point of consumption, which is a major channel which brings the product to the consumer from the manufacturer. What are the channels, the channel partners? Who are the channel partners who are actually working between these 2 points? So this is one point, this is the factory, and this is the point at which the consumer is expecting a particular product. Okay, so who is actually working between these two? The distributors, agents, wholesalers, dealers, stockists, retailers, and many other channel partners who are actually they're directly or indirectly helping producer or the manufacturer to ship the products and services to the point of consumption. Generally, these are the distribution channels which we can see in the manufacturing segment, in the manufacturing world. The producer produces the product, the distributor take the bulk of these products, ship it to the wholesalers and then retailers will sell these products and services to the consumers. Especially in case of the fast moving consumer goods, this is the very prevalent distribution network. Okay, this is FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. In some cases, the producer sends the products and services directly to the wholesalers and retailers and then the consumers. In some cases, the producers ship products to the retailers and then retailers to the consumers. In some cases, the producers ship products to the consumers directly. So that is in virtual environment. So virtual platforms. Virtual platforms in online business environment. Producers directly ship the products and services to the consumers. So now let us understand the fourth important element in marketing mix, that is promotion. So what is promotion? Why it is so important? This is also called as a promotion mix. Okay. So when you hear the term promotion mix, this is nothing but this is the promotion, the fourth important element in the marketing mix. So this is called the promotion mix. So what is promotion mix? Promotion mix is basically a basket of promotional activities, the tools that are used by business to generate product awareness to create the demand for a particular product or services. Basically, the promotional activities are meant for creating information, to creating awareness about the product. For example, any promotional activity undertaken by a business should be in a condition to answer the questions like what, why, when, how, and to whom. These are the questions to be answered by any promotional activity. For example, when we say what, so what is the product? What is the product available in the market that is recently produced? Why this product is important? When this will be available? When the product is available for consumption, and how this product how this product will solve a particular problem of a consumer, and how this particular product is going to benefit the consumer, and to whom this product is beneficial, whether it is for kids or it is for adults, or it may be for senior citizen, whom this particular product is going to help. So these are the questions to be answered by any promotional activity undertaken by a business. Basically, there are 4 important categories of promotional strategies that are used by any business entity: advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, and public relation. So these are the commonly used promotional strategies in the market. Let us understand each one of this one by one. Advertisement, advertising or advertisement. Basically, advertisements are meant for creating the information, for sharing the information in the market. When the product is introduced, nobody knows about the particular product except the manufacturer. Because based on the market research, the manufacturer manufactured a particular product. Now it is his responsibility to create awareness or to share information about the product and services, about what is the product, how this product is going to help the consumer, what is the price, and how this product is unique in the market. And that is the basic responsibility of any advertisement asset, that is creating information, sharing information sharing, or creating awareness in the market. Aiding decisions. When the product is newly launched in the market, the consumers will have limited information about the product. They'll have limited awareness about the product. Now, it is the duty of an advertisement copy or advertisement strategy or advertisement asset of the business to create that awareness and to aid decisions of consumers. Consumers should be able to take decision about purchasing decision of a particular product. Basically, the advertisements are meant for pull strategy. By creating advertisements, the business is trying to pull something from the consumers. What is that advertisements are pulling from the consumers? That is the attention. The business trying to grab the attention of the consumers in the market. That is a pull strategy. Sometimes the advertisements are created on free platforms, and sometimes these advertisements are paid. Okay, so some of the examples like newspapers, journals, news channels, TV, television, right? So these are the traditional methods through which the business entities have published, have promoted their products. Now, due to the advancement in media and communication technologies today, the method through which the companies are promoting their products are completely changed. For example, companies are promoting their products and services on Twitter, okay, Facebook, YouTube, okay, and various social medias, WhatsApp, right? So there are various methods through which the companies are promoting. Now, it is very important for business to understand which platform to be chosen. What is the platform to be chosen for promoting a particular product? For example, if a particular business choose to go for Twitter promotion, okay, it is important to understand there is a text limit in Twitter, that maximum Twitter maximum 280 characters. So if the business is not aware of this particular element, they may not be able to create a advertisement instrument or advertisement campaign. They cannot post anything more than 280 characters. When the business is aware of this particular limit, like which advertisement tool to be used, it is very easy for the advertiser, for the businessman to create the advertisement asset. For example, if it is a YouTube, the business is aware that only video content can be posted there and textual content cannot be posted there. Only video content is most effective there. Textual content is not very effective over there. Facebook. In Facebook, we can go for YouTube. We can go for videos. We can go for textual content. We can go for images, which is most important, which is the basic method through which the Facebook promotes the products and services. So that is very important when designing a particular advertisement strategy. Now, what are the functions of advertisement? Why advertisement is important? Is it not possible for a business to go ahead without any advertisement? The answer is no. Because today, advertisement is playing a major role which takes the product to the consumers across the different corners of the world. Because people are not aware of the product, because they need to be informed. The awareness has to be created. The information has to be given to them. And someone has to pursue consumers to buy a particular product or service, because the consumers are not aware of the product that is already available in the market. Only when the product is promoted, the consumers will understand, yes, this particular product is available and this is the price and these are the benefits and this is the reason we need to go for this particular product. And also, advertisement has to play a role of triggering the interest. Okay, so trigger the interest in a product. Triggering interest in a product, and they need to remind sometime, because the consumer's memory is often be short. Okay, so we'll not remember everything we see on TV channels, right? So we need someone to remind about a particular product. For example, we see a particular product which we are aware of this particular product. Maybe after a month or maybe after years, we will simply forget that product, because we generally get a lot of information which we gather from various sources. We tend to forget that particular product. When someone is reminding about a particular product repeatedly, we tend to remember those particular product, and that will be remembered by the consumers for longer period. So that is the reason advertisement is often used for reminding the consumers about a particular product or service. Advice is another reason why advertisement copies are required. Sometimes advertisement need to play a role of advising consumers. For example, let us assume that I am a consumer going to a shop to buy some particular item. Let's say I want to buy a biscuit. I see a series of biscuits over there. I don't know what to buy, which one to buy, because I see a minimum of 10 different varieties of biscuits available on the table, right? So I don't know what to pick, which one is good for me, which is giving what is the flavor of each biscuit. So in that conditions, I want someone who can advise me which is the best biscuit for me, which is going to help me, which is giving what flavor and what is the price of particular product. So that has to happen through the promotion, that is advertisement. So it may be the advertisement on the wrapper. They may mention the price, they may mention the specifications, they mention the quality of this particular price, the biscuit. So that is how they play a role of advisor. Now, let us assume a business is planning to design an effective advertisement copy. So now the product is being produced, right? So the product is produced, or it is the business is thinking like, yes, next week I'm going to release my product to the market. Now, I need to understand what is the best advertisement tool that I can use. So I have to design my advertisement copy now. How I can design my advertisement copy? How, on what platform I need to post my advertisement? Before answering all these questions, it is very important for a business to first define the consumers. Okay, this is very, very important in business, because once the target audience are defined, it is very easy for business to design a particular advertisement strategy. If it is known, then the company can go for deciding about the platform on which they can promote their product, whether to go for TV channels or to go for the journals or to go for campaigns or to go for any brick and mortar based promotional activities. Now, how to design a particular advertisement copy? Generally, advertisements are created based on the platform on which we are planning to promote our product. Let us say I want to promote my particular product on TV channel. So what I need to do, I need to create an advertisement through popular figures, celebrities. I have to create that advertisement copy and I have to play that as a video on a TV channel. Let us say I want to create my advertisement copy on a newspaper. What I do, I design my visuals, I design my advertisement copy and I give it to the newspapers and they publish it. What if I want to post my advertisement on Facebook? So mostly I prefer to go for visuals. I prefer to choose visuals like images or videos to grab the attention of consumers over there. So based on the platform, we have to choose a particular advertisement strategy. So there is no one size fits all strategy that applies to the product promotion, and which is very difficult in the dynamic business world. So the crafting a right content, writing a right content about a particular product is very important, because what content is going to be showcased on a particular product or what is going to be showcased in the TVs or news channels is going to create impression about the product or service. So that brings you the client base, that brings you the revenue. So the business should be careful about, choosing the content for advertisements. The second important promotional strategy that is available is personal selling. It is basically the face-to-face selling of products. In this, the sales representative or the salesman is going to meet the consumer directly instead of passing the product through the intermediaries. The representative of a company will go to the place of consumer and he'll try to convince the consumers using his skills and capabilities, the sales skills and capabilities. Generally, for example, the drug companies use the sales representatives most effectively because they send their sales representatives to the doctors, to the nurses, to the hospitals, to nursing homes, and they try to convince their consumers, the customers, to buy their particular product or services, maybe the drugs or pharma. Now, what are the most commonly used personal selling techniques? It may be a presentation, it may be through a demonstration, through showcasing the product, or it may be through retail selling or door-to-door service, door-to-door selling, or it may be consultative, or maybe a reference-based, maybe the network-based. So these are the commonly used personal selling techniques. Now, when a business is designing a promotional strategy or advertisement or any personal selling tactics or techniques for promoting the products and services, so what is important? How a business can design the advertisement copy, how they can promote the products and services. There is a theory called AIDA theory, AIDA theory. AIDA means attention, interest, desire, and action. Any advertisement copy, when the business design an advertisement copy, that advertisement copy should be able to create the attention among the consumers. They should grab the attention of consumers. Okay, so the advertisement copy should grab The attention is something that is very important, because instead, if the attention is not grabbed and attention is not available towards the product, the company cannot create interest. They cannot create awareness among the consumers. Okay, so that is most important. So the first requisite for an effective advertisement copy is it should be able to grab the attention of consumers towards the product and services. Then once the attention is grabbed, then the next thing is creating interest. Okay, so creating interest by explaining about the product. By explaining about the product, the interest has to be created. And then this interest will become desire. Okay, the desire. People, the consumers will like to buy that particular product. So after the desire, it will become a demand. We have seen that in the previous sections. So it will become a demand. Then the product, there is a need for product is created in the market. Once the desire is created, it will become action. Okay, so this will become action, and that action will become the demand for product. Okay, and that demand is the prerequisite for production of any product or material which is required for a human being. So that is how this IDA theory brings business to the consumers, to the business, like how the advertisement copy help the business to create awareness among the stakeholders to the business. It may be the business or it may be to the consumers. So consumers will have attention, they'll have attention towards the product, and the interest is created about the product, and then the desire is created about the product, and then they take action to buy a particular product. So that is the reason the business should understand how to grab the attention of the people towards the product, and how to create interest, and how the desire is created, and then ultimately it will end up in the action, and it will create the demand towards the product. The third important promotional strategy is the sales promotion. Okay, so sales promotion is nothing but this is creating interest. This is grabbing the attention of people. When the advertisement play a role of pulling the attention of particular client, the sales promotion is a push strategy. Okay, this push the product towards the consumers by offering various benefits. The benefits may be the incentives or the discounts or freebies, the coupons, free samples, consumer contests, buyback allowances, or any refund incentives, a refund of the benefits or refund of money or the rewards. Okay, so these are the ways in which the companies do sales promotion, and these sales promotion activities are very important for business, because that, first of all, for producer, this will keep the competition at bay. When there are a lot of sales promotion activities are happening for a particular product, the competitors will be reluctant to enter the market, because they will not be able to give those benefits to the consumers. These sales promotion activities will also help intermediaries, because the intermediaries are getting a lot of rewards, lot of discounts, lot of offers, lot of rewards, the financial discounts, which helps them to have more margins, and they can pass it to the consumers to an extent. They can pass a small portion of the benefits to the consumers also. They can enjoy the maximum, the incentives which are given by the producers. Ultimately, consumers will be benefited because they're getting the incentives, they're getting the discounts, they're getting price discount, they're getting the rewards. So all this will definitely be attracting the consumers. The fourth important promotional strategy, that is public relation. So what is public relation? Public relation is maintaining a good impression with the consumers, with the general public, because the public is continuously interested in you. When there is a product manufactured and the product is being promoted in the market, it is the responsibility of the company to keep in touch with the consumers, keep in touch with the society to understand the feedback, what the society is talking about the particular product, what the society is, understanding about the product. And that is the reason many a times companies will be in touch with all the, stakeholders to the business. They may be the prospective clients, or they may be customers or investors, employees, suppliers, government authorities or tax authorities, partners, social media networks, or media and communication channels. So each one of these parties will be interested in the business, and they have ability to impact your business directly or indirectly. So it is the duty of company to maintain a congenial relationship with the public. Otherwise, that will affect the business negatively. Here is a quick recap of what we have discussed in promotion. Promotion mix is simply the basket of promotional tools used by company to generate product awareness to increase the demand for product and services. Sales promotion is an effort involved to secure maximum rewards for advertisements and other sales related activities. Public relation, popularly called PR, is the positive communication of a company or brand's message to all its target audience. Promotional strategies. What are the promotional strategies that are commonly used? Advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, and public relation. So to quickly recap what we have discussed in the 4 P's of marketing mix, we have understood what is marketing mix, why we consider marketing mix is the pillar for designing any marketing strategies, and who has designed the marketing strategy, who has given 4 P's of marketing mix. So what are the 4 P's of marketing mix? 4 P's of marketing mix are product, price, promotion, and distribution. We have understood what is product. So product is a bundle of utilities, bundle of benefits that are given to the consumers, and that should have something of economic value. So we have also understood what are the elements of product. So what are the elements of product? Length, width, breadth, and the consistency. And we have discussed about the levels, the different levels of product. So what are the different levels of product? The basic core product, the basic product, expected product, augmented product, and potential product. So these are the different levels of product we have discussed. And we have also discussed about the benefits of standardizing a particular product. And also we have discussed about the customization of a particular product, and what are the benefits of standardization and customization, and what are the limitations of standardization and customization. And we have understood the price is a double-edged sword. So that has to be used carefully in the business, and how it will bring a series of benefits to the consumers. And also we have discussed about how the pricing will negatively affect the business. And we have understood what are the pricing strategies. We have understood cost plus profit. We have understood the skimming price, the penetration price, the market price, the premium price, right? So these are the various pricing strategies that are used in the market. And we have understood who are the channel members, channel partners, right? So from the manufacturer, from the point of production to the point of consumption, who brings the products from the point of production to the point of consumption? It may be wholesalers or retailers or agents, stockists, or anybody who is interested in the business, who is actually bring the products from the point of production to the point of consumption. And we have also discussed about the promotional strategies, like we have discussed about the advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, right? So these are the promotional strategies which are commonly used by the market, by the business entities. So that's all in 4 P's of marketing mix. So this was a quick introduction of the 4 P's of marketing mix. I hope you all enjoyed this session. You have learned, and hope you will be able to apply these topics and the concepts in your real life. All the best. Thank you. I want to introduce you to Great Learning Academy.
a free initiative by Great Learning, where you can access over 200 plus courses with 1000 plus hours of free content on trending high demand domains absolutely free. Register now to complete the course and get your free certificate of completion. Check out the link in the description of this video below. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new updates or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you are sharing this video with your friends and colleagues as well. Make sure to comment on the video any queries or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.